Hey everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Bugger Designs. I've got a sweet little treat for you today. I've used the Friends of the Forest stamp set along with a Wish for Everything to make a little Easter treat. This is really, really easy. It will fit any of these little, they make them in Snickers, Twix, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. They'll all just slide right in and it makes it super easy. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to make that, and we're going to stamp these little cuties here. You're going to need a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock that is 3 3/4 by 9 inches. We're going to score it at 1 3/4, 2 1/2, 4 1/4, and 5. Now, take your bone folder, mine is hiding, and burnish those lines. Want them nice and crisp. And then you can use tear and tape, you can use Stampin' Seal Plus, you could use Tombow, whatever your preference is for your adhesive. And we're going to put adhesive on this piece and roll it back up into there. So I'm actually going to put a piece right there, and we'll put another piece right there. All right. And I'll just peel that backing off. And this is the hardest part of this project, is getting the backing off. There we go. All right, make sure that's folded over a little bit, and then just fold it over into itself like that. Okay. All right, now I have 2 pieces of our beautiful Pansy Designer Series paper. I'm going to adhere the larger piece up here at the top and the smaller piece along the front. Now, these measurements and complete supply list will be over on my blog. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hop over and grab those measurements. There we go. And we'll slide that right in like that. All right, now let's make our cute little critters. I am going to use, I'm not using the deer this time. I am actually using the fox and the rabbit. We're going to stamp them in Memento black on thick basic white. Let's see, my rabbit forgot to come out to play. Let's get him on a block. And we're going to fussy cut these. Now, if you don't like to fussy cut, you don't have to. You can put them on your label, make a larger label, make it a little bit bigger, and then you can just stamp them right on there. All right, I'm going to start with the fox. Now, here's a little confession. My original fox, I colored in Pumpkin Pie. And that's because I colored him before I knew what I was going to do with him. I just wanted, sometimes I'll pull out my stamp set, and just to kind of get some inspiration, I'll stamp the images and color them first before I even know what I'm going to do with them. So that's what I did. And he's Pumpkin Pie, and I think he looks just fine, Pumpkin Pie. But I decided this time to change it to Calypso Coral, since that is the color of our paper. All right, so I went over him with the light shade of Calypso Coral. And I'm just going to kind of add in some dark around the bottom, under his head. I'm going to follow that little line right there. I'm going to do some on the side of his face. And then I'm going to take my light, and we're just going to start blending all of that color together. Those lines are going to give you some dimension to your little character. He's going to have a little bit of shading, look a little less flat, if you will. All right, there he is, super cute. Now the rabbit is very, very easy. I'm going to take my Calypso Coral light and just add some pink to her ears and a little dot to each of her cheeks. Okay, so now to cut them out, you're going to want a small, sharp pair of scissors. I am using our paper snips. Cut away all the excess cardstock, and then just very carefully, very slowly, cut around the outside image. I like to leave a white border around my little images. That way I won't cut away any of the drawn image. And if my cutting isn't so perfect, it will be much less noticeable because your eye is going to see that drawn line. All right, there we go for that guy. And then I'll do this guy. All right, now let's do the rest of our stamping. I have a basic white label. These were the seasonal label dies from the holiday catalog, if you will, the fall catalog. And the catalog, the dies aren't in the current catalog, but they are still available online. All right, so notice what I did. I just inked that flower, that left flower right there in Memento, and I'm going to stamp it right there. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do all three. Okay. Then I'm going to take my Stampin' Blends again, and we're going to color some of these little cute little things, the little mushrooms. I'm going to do this one in Highland Heather. We will do this one in Calypso Coral. I'm doing the light and then just taking the dark and just adding a little bit of dots. I think I'm going to do the bottom on that one. For the daisy, I'm going to color the petals with dark Daffodil Delight. And little center, I'll do a little dot of Calypso. And then I'm going to grab my Granny Apple Green light and just kind of go along that grass like that. Don't forget to do the leaves of your flower. Now for that sentiment, remember I told you I was using that other stamp set. We're going to do the happy in Highland Heather, right in the middle. I'm going to stamp that right there. If you're worried about getting these lined up, use your Stamparatus. Now I'm going to take the Easter and do it in Calypso Coral right underneath like that. All right, now take our cute little guys. I have also cut out a basic white cloud border. These are from, this die is from the Basic Border dies. And I'm going to add this to the back. Like, you know, let's put the dimensionals up high instead of down low. That would make more sense. Up high like that. And I'm going to put that right there. Now take your scissors and just trim it off so that it kind of matches those edges. And then let's grab mini dimensionals this time. And we'll put our little bunny right here. She's very cute. And our fox is going to be jumping over our little flowers and mushrooms. They're so cute. All right, now I'm going to take just my regular adhesive, my Stampin' Seal, and adhere that, the cloud part, right there. All right, the last thing that we need to do is put a little hole up here. I'm using a circle punch. This is a 3/4 inch circle punch. And I'm going to take my Pale Papaya ribbon and tie a bow, and then we're done. I told you it was pretty easy. I think the trickiest part was maybe the fussy cutting, but taking the backing off your adhesive, which if you have the Take Your Pick tool or the paper snips, It's not all that hard. All right, and there you have it. So cute. All right, which fox do you like better? I'm not sure. Maybe I do like the pumpkin pie one better, but the Calypso Coral one definitely matches. All right, make sure you hop over to my blog, grab that those dimensions and the supply list, and hop back to last Friday's post, the Friday before, and you will find 3 more Friends of the Forest projects. All right, everybody, let me know if you have questions. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.